Hello everyone and welcome to Harv's World for the next installment of Chellington Valley. It's day 2 here in the valley and I am on my way to do some work for Mr. Nix. I met Mr. Nix last night and well, he's got a field that needs to be cultivated. He said he would leave the equipment in the field for me if I would find my way up there first thing this morning. And, well, that's what I'm doing. I'm just heading down this lovely lane across from, or next to the castle. And, of course, it's raining, as you can tell. I don't think that's any secret, but look at the lovely rainbow that the rain has brought us. Outstanding. What a great way to start the day. I mean, I'm not exactly happy about getting soaked here, but at least there's something pretty to look at. Keeping it positive, right? Right. Now, there's also Mr. Mason, who needs a field harvested today, and obviously I spoke with him first thing this morning, and he understood that that just isn't possible at the moment, so I'm just about here to Mr. Nix's field. Hopefully, this rain won't last too long, and I'll be able to get both these jobs done today, because frankly, Mr. Nix isn't paying that well for this job. And it's going to be kind of a big one. But again, just getting my name out there. You know how that goes. And the interest keeps piling up. So that is making this a struggle as well. And here we go right here. Oh, I'm just a perfect view of the rainbow. How outstanding is that? It doesn't get any better than that, right? And yep, looks like he's got his tractor right here ready for me to go. And get this cultivator. Good size field. Smallish cultivator. This is going to take a little bit of time, I can tell you right now already. But at least I can sit in the tractor and not get completely soaked. That'll be nice. Of course, I have kind of taken it upon myself. Well, you know, it's not like I have a place to cook or anything yet, so I have been spending a little bit of money, obviously, to keep myself sustained, have something to eat, that kind of thing, which is actually quite handy because I get to meet all kinds of interesting people. And I'll tell you what, Chellington Valley has no shortage of interesting people. I ran into a guy last night. His name was Ben. Ben Barker, of all things. And he was just passing through. He's not from Chellington, but he was leaving London, and I understand it was, at least the impression I got was that it was a bit of a hasty retreat. He'd apparently fallen in with a baker of some kind named Mrs. Loveless or something like that, and it turns out she was having some trouble with the authorities, and rather than stick around and and deal with that himself, he bugged out. So I don't know if I'll see Ben Barker again or not. I'm kind of one of those people you are intrigued to have met the first time, but don't necessarily care if you ever really run across them again. He had a bit of an ominous look about him. Anyway, beyond that, there are still plenty of other interesting people in this town. Now, I did meet Mr. Nix last night also, and people are actually very, I mean, I don't want to say sympathetic because I guess maybe they are, but I'm not looking for sympathy. You know, I'll tell my story, but I don't expect anything out of it. It is what it is. I do what I have to do. It's no big deal. But he did offer me this job this morning. It's a good thing because I had already arranged with Mr. Mason to harvest that field. And now you can obviously tell it's not harvestable at all. At least not until this rain dies down. But hey, my name is getting out there. People are starting to know who I am, and that's going to be important to making a go of things here in Chellington Valley. That is how it's going to be. And I wouldn't expect anything otherwise. But I'll tell you, the more time I spend here, the more I just am genuinely impressed by the place. It's stunningly beautiful. And you know, look across that countryside right there and that rainbow hanging up in the air. How can you not be impressed by that? Just absolutely amazing. Little village up there. And I want to say in Chellington Valley, now there is Chellington proper, which we have seen. And if you'll recall, my first day here, I harvested a field and I delivered some goods up to the northwest. And there's a second village up there known as, I'm pretty sure it's Felmersham. And that's kind of the area that I'm in today. It seemed like there was a lot of work available around Felmersham today. This is south, more south, kind of in between Felmersham and Chellington a little bit, but then the harvesting job is up north, just on the outskirts of Felmersham, and in fact, that's where the goods are supposed to be delivered, is right there, the same place that I delivered them the last time, although just next door. There's apparently 2 docks there, side by side, and so you have to be careful which one you deliver to. That's why I was tripping around there that first day and trying to sort out exactly what was going on, you know, when I was walking around the building trying to make sure I was delivering to exactly the right place, because it wasn't easy to distinguish, and they most certainly weren't marked. At least I didn't see any markings there. So, you know, meeting interesting people and learning the ins and outs of Chellington Valley. Now, also sometime today, I spoke to Miss Hall again, if you'll recall me telling you about Marilyn Hall and her son-in-law, who's got that farm truck that he's willing to part with. And he said at some point he would drop that by the shop and leave it, and I could come by and pick it up if I was interested in it. So I said, sure, that's great, sounds good. I will take a look. So sometime today that needs to take place as well. Maybe at some point I can just borrow one of these tractors and sneak down there to take a look at what I need to see. I don't know, we'll get that sorted. I just hope the rain stops, because I need the work. And if I can't get the field harvested, I'm not going to get paid. And we've already seen what it's going to take to keep me going on a daily basis. 2,500 pounds per day. That is no small amount of money in this economy, let me tell you. And I'm not getting the best contracts available yet. I know there's better stuff out there. I know it is. But the people in the valley just aren't quite ready to trust me that much yet. Hopefully I can turn that around. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure I will be able to if I just keep working hard, keep my nose clean, don't get into any trouble, and especially, don't let anybody know that I'm sleeping in an abandoned building. You know, those kind of I'm doing what I have to do to survive at the moment. And while I do have some extra money, I can't just go blowing it willy-nilly on the bed and breakfast or you know, anything like that, that adds up quickly over time. And I'm already spending enough per day on my hospital bills that I don't need to add to it by throwing in 300 or 400 pounds a day for room and board just yet. But I also don't want people to get the wrong impression. If they find out that you're somewhat homeless or whatever, well, that reflects on you. And I'm not saying that's right, and I'm not saying that's fair, and you know, I'm sure all of us do our best. All of us do our best to try and not judge others just because of their situation. But unfortunately, it does happen. It is human nature. I've been on this earth long enough to have some idea of how these things work. Anyway, just a minor concern. It is what it is. And I'm going to keep working away here, trying to get this field cultivated, hoping that the rain goes away so that I've got time to get that second job done today. A second, much more lucrative job, but again, I'm working for 2 new farmers today, which is definitely going to help enhance my reputation in the Chellington Valley community as a good, solid farm worker. So away I go. Well, it looks like we're all wrapped up here, and the rain is nowhere close to going away so I can get to that harvest. So I guess the best I can do at this point is walk back over to the shop. Maybe I can give Marilyn's son-in-law a call and see if he can't meet me over there right now. And we could talk about that truck. We'll see. We will see. I'm going to go back past this castle, though. Pretty fascinating place, if I do say so. But I'm going to keep on walking, and we'll catch up when I've got more news. Talk to you in a minute. Well, as it turns out, Mr. Thomas could not meet me down here, but as I was walking over to the shop, Farmer Jack, remember the guy I did the bales for the other day? He called me up, and he's got a field that he needs fertilized. He said he would leave the equipment down here since he knew I was headed this way, and so I told him I could do that. Now, he said he didn't have fertilizer. If I could pick some up for him, he would compensate me for that. So I do need to run in and buy up some fertilizer real quick. Well, fertilizer is not cheap. I don't know how big his field is per se, so I just bought the 1 pallet. I hope it's enough. If not, I'll have to run down here and get some more. But hey, look at that. More work thanks to previous work. Farmer Jack. Apparently I did a good enough job for him that he's willing to let me do some more work. So as long as this rain holds out, I won't be able to get that harvesting done, which is kind of poo-poo-y. But I'm going to keep pushing forward. That's 2,400 liters of fertilizer. Like I said, I'm not completely sure how big his field is. I know it's on the other side of Chellington. Down on the southern edge. And that rainbow just keeps hanging out there. It's fabulous. And I know there's a speed trap here in Chellington, so I better watch my speed coming through. Oh yeah, right here. You're not going to get me. There's a guy behind me who's insisting that I go faster, and I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. Pretty sure I just need to swing through here and get through the other side of town. Must be out toward, looks like Carlton is the name of the game. And I think everybody knows the circus is in town at this point. We just drove past it. Gotta be careful going through here. Don't want to smack any unsuspecting pedestrians. Alright, we're about out of town now. So we can pick up the pace a little bit. There's Maxwell's bed and breakfast. It would be nice to stay in there from time to time, but I just can't justify it. Oh, better be careful going through here. Looks like the rain has flooded out the roadway a little bit. A lot of high water through here. Okay, this is the spot. This is the field. I'm sure of it. Oh, here we go, right here. Now, fingers crossed that I don't have to go back and buy more fertilizer. And I was worried I wouldn't have enough. Let me go hit this corner up right quick. I want to make sure I do a thorough job. See, I missed a spot there. Okay, that is going to take care of Farmer Jack. Outstanding. Trip number 2, back to the shop. Return this equipment. Collect from Farmer Jack. He should be quite pleased at how quickly I got his job done. Well, Farmer Jack paid very well. He reimbursed me for the fertilizer, and he paid about $2,500 for getting that fertilizer on his field for him. Outstanding. Now, Mr. Thompson came down also. I met him down here, let him know I was on my way back, and he did bring his old truck by. Look at that thing. And, well, you know, it's something to get started in. And so I bought it from him. 4,800 pounds. I don't know. I think it was worth it. It runs pretty good and needs some work. It does need to get fixed up a little bit, but on the whole, I think I like it. I think I like it a lot. And I've got something I can call my own. It's not pretty, but it's functional. Look at that. We can open the hood, which I will need to do. I need to go get some gas, apparently. But be that as it may, it's my truck. My first piece of equipment. And I don't have to walk anymore. Thank goodness for small favors. Now, where's the nearest gas station? I'm sorry, where can I buy petrol? Looks like just down... yeah, oh, I know where. Remember the first day I took a wrong turn at Albuquerque? Hey, this thing is alright. Oh, hallelujah. No more walking. No more getting soaked by the rain. You know, it's the little things. The little things you have to appreciate. And let me tell you, Farmer Jack pays a lot better than the, what was it, Mr. Nix that I worked for this morning. Because that big field I cultivated only netted me about 1,000 pounds. So that wasn't so hot. I will work for Farmer Jack anytime he wants. Here we go. Let's see if we can't fill this up. I hope it's not too expensive. £136. Well, let's hope the fuel lasts a while. I just wanted to get this out for a little bit of a test drive anyway. Make sure that it was gonna serve me the way I want it to, and it sure seems to be. And it doesn't look like the rain is letting up anytime soon today. But it's only 1 o'clock. So I should probably see what I can do about finding more work today. I really wanted to get that field harvested. That would have brought in some decent money, I think. Alright. I guess I'm on my way back to the shop again. I guess I'm at the shop again. But yeah, this truck is great. Absolutely great. Look at that. Look at that. Outstanding. Let's see. I hope they don't mind if I park over here for a while. A little rough when it shuts down, but that's okay. Haha, I have a truck. It's the little things. Alright, let's see what we got here. Well, there's another small contract. Instead of cultivating this time, this farmer would like his field plowed. I guess that'll do the job. I hope that'll do the job. And that it doesn't take all day because it's not, well, it's paying okay. I mean, it's about 1,400 or so. Fingers crossed. But hey, I have a truck. I have my very own truck. That's step one. Now let's see if I can remember the directions he gave me about getting to his field. It was out toward that, toward Farmer Jack's place, where I did the bales. So I should be headed that way for the most part to get started at least. Luckily, my phone will tell me I have GPS on the phone. And the weather report is indicating that the sun is going to come out within the next few hours. So hopefully this rain will stop and I can get back up to that other place and get that Mr. Newton, I believe his name was, Mr. Newton's field harvested for him. Well, here we go. This is a seriously narrow plow. It looks like it should unfold and get wider, but it doesn't appear that that is going to be the case here. Nope, does not appear to be the case at all. This contract's going to take a while. With a little bit of luck, the rain will be over by the time I'm done with this. We'll find out in a minute. Well, that's going to take care of the plowing. One field completely done. It took quite a while. I mean, that's a small plow, let me tell you. And this bloody rain is still coming down. I got turned around here. I'm not sure how to get out. Oh, it's down this side. Okay, here we go. Well, I'll tell you, I'm hoping the rain subsides pretty darn soon. I mean, it's been a while. It's been raining. I'm going to get this equipment back to the shop. I'm going to grab my truck, and I'm going to head for that harvester, for that field that's waiting to be harvested, and hope the rain stops by the time that I get there so that I can get that one last job done for the day. And it's been a busy day, and let me tell you, I'm kind of pooped. A little bit worn out here, if I'm honest. Let's see, what's happened? Cultivated a whole field. Fertilized that field for Farmer Jack. Just got done plowing this field. And with a little bit of luck, I will still be able to get that harvest in. If this bloody rain gives me a break. I guess we're going to find out here in just a minute. Yeah, that was just short of 1,500 pounds. I'm definitely up on the day, even after buying this beautiful, beautiful truck. Okay, maybe not so beautiful, but it's mine. All mine. And I am headed up to that field that Mr. Newton is expecting me to harvest today. And I'm really hoping this rain gives it up. I need this rain to give it up. Because if I can get this harvest done, it's a soybean harvest. And you know how these farmers are. One nice thing about doing like harvests or bales or anything is that, well, they always throw in some bonus for you. So I like doing the harvesting contracts. The rain just isn't going to cooperate at the moment, but I hope I can get up there, chill for just a little bit, and still have an opportunity to get it done. That's my goal anyway. Provided I don't take out anybody's hedges. Which I just really tried to do in a big, big way. Oh, it's so nice not having to walk anymore. So nice to have my own ride. Baby steps, Bob. Baby steps. And this was the first baby step. Now, I can't just go blowing all of my money on equipment and stuff. Although, it's a bit of a double-edged sword if you think about it. You know, I want to buy equipment maybe buy a little piece of land for myself to get started on. But I do need to pay down that hospital bill. So it becomes a bit of a double-edged sword just because, well, I'd like to spend the money on equipment and junk like that, but at the same time, $2,500 a day. So I'm going to need to find a way to balance that out. Now here's Mr. Newton's field right here. Let's pull up under this tree. This truck couldn't be better. Could not be better. Now it's just a matter of waiting for the rain. And there is still a sprinkle in the air, but I have been able to get the harvest started. It's almost sundown, which is a shame, because I get the feeling places around here are going to start closing up. But man, look at that sunset. Stop and take that in for a minute. How beautiful is that? Man. Just stunning. Absolutely stunning. I'm telling you. I don't know how I got so lucky, but man, I just happened to stumble on a slice of paradise here. An absolute slice of paradise right here in Chellington. Now, there was one other person I ran into last night. Two, actually. And the reason it struck me was because it started to spark a memory. At least I think that's what was happening. It was almost like a sense of deja vu. So, while I was in the pub having dinner, a man came in, a very elderly gentleman, and he was using a walker to get around, and his granddaughter was with him. And the waitress, the server, whatever you want to call her, she knew them. They were regulars there. And when he walked in, she got a big smile on her face and said, "Well, hello, Charlie. Good to see you back. And your granddaughter Shirley, too." And just something about that, my brain kind of froze for a minute. Charles and Shirley. Something about Charles and Shirley, and I don't know what it is. But there was something in those names. I can feel it. Something about Charles and Shirley. And he had a look about him, you know, that look of someone who's fully lived. That look about him that says, no matter what problem you have, I'm sure I could solve it for you. You know, just wizened, I guess. He had a very wizened look about him. And his granddaughter Shirley had this very, very adoring, kind of loving, compassionate look on her face. Every time she looked at him, she would just look at him in almost a little bit of awe. But also, you could just tell that he was somebody very dear to her. It was impressive. To say the least, it was very impressive. And I just kind of thought, what a lucky guy. What a lucky guy to have somebody like that keeping him going. Yeah, who knows? Maybe he's keeping her going. You know? Don't count him out just because he's using a walker. You could just see that was a man who had a lot to offer. And who would ask very little. Somebody you instantly want to be friends with. And on that note, as the sun goes down on Chellington Valley, I'm going to get Mr. Newton's field completed. I'm going to try, I hope places stay open long enough. I'm going to try to get his soybeans sold, and if there's any left over, sell mine off also. And I'm going to have myself a well-deserved rest and hopefully a pleasant evening with a few pints and a few good people here in Chellington Valley. It's been a good day. It's been a very good day, even with it raining all day. I did manage to get as much work done as I possibly could, and I'm sure my good name is really starting to get out there now. Lots and lots of people. Hopefully, the contracts will pick up, the work will pick up, and I will be able to start making enough to get those medical bills taken care of, and maybe even do a little something extra for myself. But with that said, this is going to be the final job on Chellington Valley for today, and I think that's going to do it for this episode. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons down below. I do appreciate you coming along for the ride. And until next time, take care.